Welcome back into another episode of the Daft on Draft podcast. We are heading into week 2 of the college football slate here. And to cap off our week 1 coverage here, why not get after it with James's second ever Daft or Draft, his first one as the permanent co-host here. So we're gonna do 4 little hot takes here. I crowdsourced some in my Discord channel. Again, if you want access to that Discord channel, just go ahead and hit a free sub to the Substack, and there'll be a code in that welcome email. But we got 4 hot takes here after week 1 that we're gonna work through here. But James, how are you feeling tonight? We've got that Thursday night game in here that the weather delay really pushed out our recording here really late. But how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing great. It's great to have NFL back in the swing of it. But Dak Prescott just had an all-time bad stats, great quarterback play performance. Dude. I'm excited to check out his tape tomorrow morning.
CD sold very hard in that game.
Yeah, and I'm going to be watching, I think, a lot of NFL tape next week because the college football slate is rough. Mm-hmm. There are not a lot of competitive matchups, so
no, I was trying to find some to talk about, and outside of if you're really interested in Luke Altmaier versus Darian Mensah or Kevin Jennings versus Sawyer Robertson, then this is the week for you. But outside of that, we've got Michigan, Oklahoma, and that's really it. But let's dive in here, James. Let's start out with the quarterback position because why not? We always we're going to start out with the quarterback position here. This one is from you here. So, after draft, TCU quarterback Josh Hoover will be a top 35 pick. You know what? Let's just go hot take. Let's say we're going to move up 3 picks here. Josh Hoover will be a first-round pick by the April of 2026 after draft.
Yeah, so I said top 35 because he doesn't have these elite physical traits, and so I could see him not being a first-round pick, but he's like the guy that, whoever's picking top of the second round, 2 hours before somebody tweets it out. So, but yeah, Josh Hoover, somebody that I really liked his 2024 tape. I think he had the highest percentage of his passes of quarterbacks in this class that were from within the pocket. He's somebody that's wants to stand within the pocket. He can get to his reads. He's biggest thing that I want to see him improve this year is accuracy, but I thought he had a really solid game against UNC. And I'm going to draft this one. I think that, there's going to be, I can see a team like the Rams. I can see Sean McVay really liking him and his toughness in the pocket. And, teams that his heat map, where the areas of the field that he targets, it looks like NFL offenses. So I think there will be teams that value him.
Yeah, I just charted him today. What was ironic about his game against UNC was that his misses were on really easy throws, a couple slide flats he missed on.
Yeah.
He missed on one over the middle of the field too. My biggest issue with him is he has no touch right now. So everything is just coming out flat. Everything is coming out the 4-seam fastball.
Right.
He's just throwing 4-seamers at receivers right now. I also didn't think he had to make a lot of hard decisions in this one. So a lot of stuff that was pretty schemed open was right there for him.
I don't think this take isn't necessarily on the back of his UNC performance. Yeah, it was really it was. I thought it was one really nice throw down the sideline, the touchdown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and then there was one where he got to his backside read, wasn't open, broke the pocket, and then hit a throw on the move that was really nice.
Yeah, for sure. Man, I have a hard time with these. The thing that Hoover has working in his favor towards declaring for this class is he has a 4th year. He does have remaining eligibility, and I always feel like these guys are making so much money at the college level now. Anybody with remaining eligibility, unless you're gonna go first round, it's a tough bet to make.
Right.
That makes me want to daft this. Come back to me in a couple weeks after we have a little bit more tape. But for now, I'm gonna daft this because again, I just have a hard time unless those guys are certain things to go top 32. They're going back to school. So drafting it for now. I'll come back to it. Moving on to the second one here, James. This one's we're going to move to the trenches here. After draft, James, Auburn center Connor Lew will be the first center off the board and by a wide margin.
Yeah. So what does wide mean? Are we
Let's
defining that
say let's say by 32 picks, by a full round.
32 picks? I will definitely draft that one if we're saying
Okay.
32, because to me, he's a top 20 player in this class.
Mhm.
And I see Jake Slaughter as early day 3. I see Parker
Mhm.
Brailsford as early day 3, potentially late day 2. Braylon Moore, similar range. Also have a Logan Jones out of Iowa. I think you've got a lot of guys that are going to their range really starts like 75. So I think Connor Lewis pretty safe from what I've seen. Somebody could emerge,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Brailsford, I feel like a team could love him on like late second, early third round. Like that's just I know he's tiny, man, but like the core strength, the battle tested resume, like I could see a team. I mean, somebody drafted Garrett Bradbury top 20. So like some team could come up for Brailsford. But Lewis so good.
Brailsford is Brailsford is 6'2", 290.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably about where Braylon Moore's at too. Braylon Moore's listed at 6'2", 300. So Moore's probably 6'1", 295, 298, somewhere around there if I had to guess
Right.
too. Moore I see is definitely a comp pick to day 3 kind of guy. That tape against Clemson's really good though. I'm gonna draft it too. To me, Connor Lewis is the standout center in this class, and we can have even a more fun conversation getting into it too. If we think that Connor Lewis could be the highest drafted center since Mike Pouncey went 15th overall as well, like that could be a secondary draft here because I'd be tempted to draft that too. I mean, I've said that I think Connor Lewis is a potential top 10 overall player in this class. Like I think that's how solid of a player he is in a class where I don't have a lot of high grades. So
Right.
it wouldn't shock me if like the Dolphins or somebody picking at like if the Chargers were sitting middle of the round, like middle of the first round again to come up and or take him 15th overall, something like that too.
Yeah.
So he's just a rock solid player, dude. He's such a good athlete. His base is firm and pass pro. He drops his hips pretty quick in his anchor as well. So Connor Lewis rock solid.
So are you drafting or drafting the Pouncey one?
15th overall in this class, man.
This class is what makes me consider
Draft.
it.
Makes me consider drafting it. Let's draft it for now. Let's get spicy here. Connor Lugo's top 15. Yeah.
I would probably I mean, I don't think that's outrageous at all. I would probably draft it. I just want to see more finishes in the run game and like more proven resume in pass
Mhm.
pro. To me, I feel like he has one of the lowest one-on-one rates of any offensive
Mhm.
lineman that I watched in this class. You could get through an entire game of his and see him actually block somebody one or two times. It feels like so. Not as battle tested, not as exposed, but the tape is just so clean, and it's the same. It's the same thing every single week, pretty much. So
Yeah.
I don't think anybody has the resume that he does.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
Uh,
Moving on to
so
running back. Oh,
yeah,
go
I'll
ahead.
I'll introduce this one.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Our third after draft is that Jonah Coleman, Washington running back, will be the third running back off the board. Um, and he is currently my RB3. Jonah Coleman, 5 foot. I've got him at 5'0", 227. So he's kind of that short, stocky, compact build. This is just the model of consistency, pretty much. Only one career drop, 0 drops in 2024, 0 career fumbles. He has, I mean, superb pass blocking tape. I think some of the cleanest pass pro tape that I watched. Like I watched him for last year's class, so I pretty much watched all of his games.
Mhm.
And I think Travion Henderson had more dominant flashes, but I thought Jonah Coleman was just as steady snap to snap. And the vision, I think, on outside zone is outstanding. He's got really good lateral agility to get into jump cuts. It's really just going to come down to the top end speed, which is not there. It really clearly tops out at like 19 miles an hour. And that's the thing that, it could cause him to slip and affect his draft stock a little bit and make him like a late 3rd round pick and RB5 or something. So that makes me a little bit hesitant. What do you think about Coleman?
Yeah, so he's the only running back who's like a muscle hamster in this class, and that's like
Right.
my ideal body type of a running back.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a lot of NFL
This
teams
is
that
my
say that.
prototypical running back.
Yeah, you got 5'9", 229, which he did transform his body a little bit, so he's probably down to like 218, 219, something like that. Man, I wasn't blown away by this running back class outside of Love,
No.
Singleton-ish, but Singleton,
Yeah.
like they use him as a gadget more than a pure running back. And CJ Baxter's coming off of a pretty serious injury.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And
Katron
seemed
Allen's
to
gonna
be
run a
kind of like
4.7.
lacking some juice against Ohio State, I thought.
Yeah. And even if you go back to his 2023 tape, I didn't think his contact balance was otherworldly either. Like I thought the explosiveness was there, but I didn't see him bouncing off a lot of tackles. Katron Allen's gonna run a 4.7, dude.
Oh yeah,
Kai
no, I don't
Hughes?
even have. I'm not even. He's my lowest ranked running back. I have
Yeah.
10 grades on running backs, and he's RB10.
Yeah.
Behind
Did you
Bryson
notice Mekhi
Washington.
Hughes hardly played against Montana State?
Yes, I did.
Which is
And then did you see Dan Lanning's comments on Mekhi Hughes?
No.
Where he was basically like, "Yeah, it's a crowded room. He's gonna have to continue to like fight for playing time."
Over
Basically.
Noah Whittington, and I didn't think Noah Whittington was very good.
I didn't watch Noah Whittington, but I thought Mekhi Hughes was fine. I thought, but yeah, I'm with you. I thought like Jeremiah Love, great. Nicholas Singleton, exciting. Jonah Coleman, really solid. CJ Baxter, interesting.
Yeah.
And then,
Justice Haynes is a wild card too.
Yeah.
Justice
I like Claiborne out of Wake Forest.
Me too, but I hate like the lanky 5'11", 190-pound running back.
Right.
Oh, man.
Where they look like converted receivers.
Yeah, like him and Darius Taylor are very much the same build. It's like the skinny legs. Like running back, I don't do running backs with skinny legs.
Well, I mean, Darius Taylor has like 25 pounds on him, but no juice.
Yeah.
And then Bryson Washington, a lot of people like him. He passes the off the bus test, but there's nothing really even eyebrow raising on his tape.
I do like Trey Wisner.
Yeah, so I watched CJ Baxter. I didn't really watch Trey Wisner, but like I've watched every Texas offense game, so I'm aware of him. And then I studied his tape closely against Ohio State. I like him. He could be like a top 120 pick, it seems like to me. I don't know.
Yeah. But Coleman's got it, man. And he's got the body type. I right now I'll buy it too.
I'm still gonna Daft this because I think somebody's gonna emerge. Like the BYU guy is really interesting. Have you watched him?
No, not yet.
I'll give you his name in 1 second when it loads. I think somebody's gonna like teams really value top speed, and somebody's gonna emerge that LJ Martin is the BYU running back. I need to watch him, but I've like seen some plays of his, and it's very intriguing. He's 6'2", 220, elite athletic testing or tracking. I mean, so I think there could be some guy like that pops up. That's what I'll bet on.
Yeah, that wouldn't shock me. Wouldn't shock me at all. Okay, well there we go. And Coleman's like a 5th-year guy too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, teams don't necessarily love those older running backs either.
Under 23, but yeah. We've got one more though, right?
We do have one more.
Yeah.
We got one more here. Daft or draft here. Clemson edge TJ Parker won't be a top 3 edge drafted by April.
I think there's a real shot of this for sure. It's not too based on his week 1 performance. Really early in the game, he flattened LSU's right tackle with a bull rush, but then was pretty quiet outside of that. Probably had like 5 or 6 true pass rushing opportunities. To me, I think Ruben Bain and Keldrick Falk are a good bet to be 1 and 2 in some order. LT Overton is the guy that has the size, but does he have the juice really to be that high of a pick? I don't necessarily see that. And then you're looking at guys that have the juice, but don't really have the size or at least the proven early down role, which would be Anto Sock out of Northwestern, David Bailey from Texas Tech, or Mason Thomas from Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Or you've got also Max Llewellyn out of Iowa, who I loved his pass rushing tape. He has the just imagine Aiden Hutchinson. It's the exact same build, but never plays on rundowns. So I think he could play on rundowns, but he's got to prove that. You've got the opposite of that with Tyreek Sapp out of Florida. You've got Mateo Uyunglele that apparently is a top 32 player.
Yeah, people love Uyunglele. I didn't see the juice there.
I was initially going to daft this and say that TJ Parker will be edge 3, but I think I'm still going to. I think he still will be. There's some guys that the NFL likes better than me, though.
Yeah. Yeah. This edge class is rough. Like, I almost defaulted into TJ Parker as my edge 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to, like, make massive moves on my board based off of 1 week.
No.
But Falk and Bane had really good weeks. Have really good weeks.
Yes. Falk is still just so... It's not like he isn't robotic in the way that Michael Williams is. He's almost a blend of Michael Williams and Shamar Stewart as a pass rusher. He has like Michael Williams. He's a little bit robotic like Michael Williams, and Shamar Stewart is more sloppy and like out of control. He has kind of that going. I'm just very underwhelmed by him as a pass rusher. He had good production, but it all came against bad teams. But then his run defense is just elite. Like
it is. It's so good.
He's an elite run defender. Maybe the best, maybe like the single biggest value add as far as like a non-nose tackle, you know, in the run game.
Yeah. And like last year he lined all over the place too.
Right.
Yeah. And his instincts are so good to know when to like get small, condense his surface area. Yeah.
I'm gonna daft this though and say that Parker's edge 3.
I'm gonna daft it too. I can't default out of my big board just yet after 1 week. But even coming in, like, I didn't love Parker's tape. I put a second round grade on him because I thought he was linearly explosive, played with good leverage, but I still thought he was pretty stiff in the ankles too. And I don't love pass rushers who can't consistently win outside shoulder. But I'm going to daft it 2 for now because he's got really high grades from scouts coming into the summer too. So somebody will love him. Yeah. Somebody will love him for sure. All right, James, we got through those 4. Do we want to briefly just go over the slate? I mean, there's like 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, let's talk about it. We're only 18 minutes. We were texting. We were originally going to do preview the matchups that we wanted to watch, and then it was like, let's do Daft on Draft because the matchups are so rough this week.
Yeah. So, I mean, Iowa State's a rivalry game.
Mm-hmm.
Prospect-wise, there's nothing. There's nothing head-to-head to watch.
Well, yes, there is. Logan Jones versus Dominique Orange.
That's true. That's true. Big citrus.
You've also got no, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything else is individual. But yeah, that's what we got there. Are you intrigued at all by Kevin Jennings?
No.
Kevin Jennings versus Sawyer Robertson. I'm not intrigued at all.
I'm not intrigued by it.
Yeah.
Call that the quarterbacks that I'm not intrigued by.
I had a scout tell me that he's a Southwest scout and he went to Baylor and he's like, yeah, man, Baylor just kept talking about how much of a leader he was and how much they loved what he was doing like on the practice field for them. And he was like, but they were also very honest. That dude cannot throw the football. That dude cannot drive the football.
It's such a tell when I see somebody say that he has a good arm.
He doesn't.
He's
got a noodle, man.
He looks like he has a good arm until the ball comes off of his hand, and then you just kind of see it go across the float across the field.
He's in that same mold of like Mason Rudolph and Will Howard of like very big dudes with mediocre arms. Yeah.
I think Illinois, Duke, Gabe. Is it Gabe Yakus?
Yeah, and Brian Parker.
versus Brian Parker, I guess is fine. Uh,
Yaki's
really,
had a good game last week, but he's
the
stiff
biggest
too.
matchup of the week is Michigan versus Oklahoma. Be exciting to see John Mateer go up against quality defense. I know there's a
This
lot of
will be
people
the
that
week, though,
love
that I
John
would
Mateer.
start feeling comfortable talking about John Mateer.
Right, yeah. Mateer will definitely be a topic after that. I also think low-key Jalen Daniels for Kansas, they play Missouri this week. If he has a good performance against Missouri, then the two really good performances he had in the first two games, that starts to look like a serious resume, you know?
You're like that with Jalen Daniels.
Well, I mean, have you watched him this season?
Not this year, but last year his tape was so bad that
Oh yeah. It was bad last year, but
yeah.
he's interesting to me.
Okay. He's got a Jalen Hurts kind of body type too to him. Where like he's pretty dense. He's a dense individual.
Kind of like wonky mechanics too.
But he's got a whippy arm. The arm is flexible. So, but yeah, that Michigan Oklahoma game. For once though, like Michigan doesn't have a notable offensive lineman to go against R. Mason Thomas. Oklahoma doesn't have a notable offensive lineman to go against like Derek Moore, I guess.
Yeah, I wasn't really too interested in Derek Moore when I watched him.
Do you like the Michigan DBs? I mean, I don't even really like Deion Burks that much. So like
I like Deion Burks a decent amount, and I like who else is on Oklahoma? They've got Grayson Halton.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty solid defensive tackle.
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling through the games. I mean, really, we're not even highlighting top 25 matchups. I'm just looking for FBS.
We've got Aiden Childs against a Power 4 school.
Oh yeah, Boston College.
Yeah.
I thought Aiden Childs had a nice game week 1.
I thought so too. They kind of took their foot off the gas in the second half there, but would have liked them to see them keep it open a little bit more. But those deep outs, he kept hitting them. Nothing changed there.
Man, so he's a machine on those.
Yes, it's automatic.
Virginia Tech, Vanderbilt. You have the tight end, who I'm drawing a blank on his name. Yeah, Eli Stowers. Ben Bell, the edge rusher, transfer from Texas State. And I don't think Virginia Tech really has anyone else.
Nope. I'll be interested to see Sam Levitt against Mississippi State. I know Mississippi State's in a pretty bad spot too, but that's Sam Levitt against an SEC school.
Yeah, but true. Let me throw one more out.
Okay,
Chris Johnson, cornerback for San Diego State. He's got 95th percentile speed tracking. He's verified 6 foot plus, just under 31-inch arms. Like, he's got good NFL size for the boundary. Really good production last year. Really good tape last year. His first week, they played some cupcake school. 5 targets, 1 reception, and a couple pass breakups. But they play Washington State this week, which is probably going to be one of the best teams on his schedule. So he's a guy that I'm monitoring that I think is in contention to be the second group of 5 or group of 6 player drafted.
Okay. Who would you consider the first group of 6 player drafted?
Emmanuel McNeil-Warren.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And John Michael Gillenborg had a rough week 1, honestly.
He did. I didn't watch the Akron tape. I'm not going to sit here and act like I watched Wyoming versus Akron. But
I watched his targets, but he had like a drop contested target that he didn't catch. But he'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's really it. Dante Moore, I guess Oklahoma State's a Power 4 program too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'll be interested in that, but I really don't feel like Dante Moore will be challenged much in that game as well. But Dante Moore, again, I thought was near perfect against Montana State. So if he comes out and he plays near perfect again, I'll be a little more willing to buy in still. I'll continue to buy in there. So
yeah, he was really crisp. There wasn't a ton down the field, but it was as good as it could have been.
That post against match quarters, though, I'll take that all day long.
Yep.
I'll take that all day long. All right, man.
All right.
I think that's all I got.
That's all for me.
All right. Well, until next time, we'll have week 2 stuff, some helmet stickers to give out next week, but enjoy week 2. Until next time, this has been the Daft on Draft podcast.